Greetings from all of us here at Grace Evangelistic Ministries. We want to bring you a word of encouragement in a time such as this. We know that God has a plan for our lives, and He works to bring His plan to fruition. He uses many ways to accomplish this. I remember about 27 years ago when the Lord compelled me. I've told the story many times of how the Lord used so many accidents to compel me to do exactly what I'm doing right now. I was a little bit hard-headed individual like Jonah, and perhaps maybe more than like Jonah. Jonah only got hit him once, and then he turned and looked to God. But for me, many times. And so when I finally left my good paying job because I'm not interested in becoming a Bill Gates. I'm only interested in making sure that I take care of my wife and be able to pay the bills. That's all. I'm not looking for more than that. So it didn't cost me much to leave, to quit my job and turn to do what God has called me to do, and that is the ministry. So my wife looked for a job and was able to get a job. And when she got a job, the job wasn't paying much, but barely enough for us to pay our rent and just put food on the table. We were content. And that's one thing with my wife and I. We are always content with whatever the Lord gives us. We don't look for too much. So she was working, and suddenly her boss told her that they had to let her go because there becomes a layoff because of financial constraint. That's a bomb. I've quit my job. And where do we draw income from? I'm already fully charged, head on into the ministry, not looking back. And for the first time in many months, we've not looked for another job. We're just content with the one my wife was having. And so that weekend, she picked up a newsletter on an ad section to look for a job. And when she called for job and she was interviewed, and they gave her the job. But guess what? They doubled her previous income. Double. They doubled her previous income, even though they knew what he was making before. And the passage that came to my mind is 1 Kings chapter 12. In verse 24, I'll read it in full. Thus says the Lord, you must not go up and fight against your relatives, the sons of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing has come from me. This thing has come from me. What's the context? Israel split, the division of southern and northern kingdom. They split because Rehoboam did not agree to what Israel demanded. Israel demanded that Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, would be easy on them. Rehoboam took the advice of his friends, his youth, and he said, no, I will not. I will be even more harsher than my father. As a result, Israel said, forget you. They all peeled off and joined on their own. They left. So the kingdom was divided. Southern kingdom called Judah and northern kingdom called Israel. And what did God say? It happened because of me. In other words, God was behind that. It had to split. And so God was behind my wife losing her job so that she can get a better job. That's how God works. So that when you hear the word, God causes all things to work together for good, you may not fully understand it until you begin to see the result. I'll come back to you again on this very important discussion. Until next time, may God richly bless you, my beloved.